commenting on TikTok and YouTube, isn't Satan an angel? And someone else says, can a jinn pose as an angel or pretend to
No,
be?
he's not an angel. I don't know why, who came up with these things. He's clearly described by Prophet as a jinn, and he was in the majlis of jinn, and he was known for the nations of jinn upon this earth. And because of the jinn race and their fiery nature, because it's an example that carries and moves forward, and because of his ibadat and worshipness he was raised to the presence of angels, and in his associations he would speak and the angels could hear and learn from his teachings. But at no time he was an angel, he was a jinn, and his name Azazel. So that's a big difference because the angels they don't do bad. So this is a jinn and a very fiery natured jinn that was continuously testing. When Allah created the form of Adam before naming anything, that he was flying into it and moving and thinking, oh this is clay and this is such an easy creation to come against and to attack. And so these are different realities that he understood what that creation was and kept testing that creation. When Allah in the majlis of angels and jinn, means all of creation was there, Allah presented Sayyidina Adam. So somebody else commented, no it's just angels. So what are you talking about, it's just angels? Allah declared Sayyidina Adam into an open majlis, and at that time the majlis had many jinn nations in that because they were already created. And when He told them to bow down, everything bowed down save Azazel, he did not bow down. The angels looked up and he still was there, not bowing down. They went back into sujood, that's why we have two sujood. At that time when he didn't bow, he said, you and your jinn followers, all of them, you are cast out from this heavens. And then they began to renegade and they give us respite, give us an ability now to come against this creation, and they were cast out of the heavens. And they were cast out in large numbers of those whom listened to him, were learned from him and were tainted by him. So this is important understanding that they were the jinn races, and the angels were tainted by his teaching, and because of that tainting Allah wanted to expose that which you listen to of knowledges is one thing, but more important than the knowledge is the glass in which it comes to you. That his knowledge is based on arrogance. Look, as soon as I asked him to bow down, he doesn't bow down. So whatever he taught you was based on arrogance, and that's why the danger of listening to people. We say, oh but it sounds good and this one sounds this, but that sound can be a poisonous cup for you, because anything can sound good, but if you don't understand the character of the person, whatever they're dispensing to you, it looks like clean water in a poison cup, because you're going to take the characteristics of the one giving it to you. If the characteristic of that shaykh is clean and good, then what comes to you of knowledge and good character. But if the heart is not clean and they're all reciting Qur'an which is immensely purified, but why some Qur'an has a different energy? Well, because the heart of one who's reciting it, and that becomes your poison cup. So the water's always beautiful, but the cup you receive it in, is it going to kill you by taking a sip of it? And that's what Allah was showing the angels, that you were impressed by his knowledge but look at his character. Now as a result you're tainted, because those same angels opened their mouth and asked, how are you making him the Khalifa? Because those were the tainted angels. Because what angel would open their mouth? The ones went into sujood, but the ones whom were his students, they are, why are you making him the Khalifa? That they're going to make so much bloodshed. So those were a part then all cast down of the heavens, and they came down to earth, and those are the stories now of earth. They came down onto earth, they made fitna, They made all sorts of difficulties and all sorts of wildness and destruction. With their knowledges of the heavens they came down to earth and made fitna. And the angels then partaked in a war against the earth in which they came then to fight these creations. So many things have happened, but definitely they were of the jinn races. And the jinn races now govern these earth, and that's why the teaching is very important to understand. The Dajjal that's coming is a jinn nature, he will show himself as human because humans don't understand veiling. So they appear to be humans but they're not human, they're of a jinn race. And 99% of people now they appear to be human but they're not human. And this Mawlana Shaykh would say that at his time he would say 90% of people are no longer human. They gave their humanity away, they subjected themselves to something other than humanity. As a result, when you give yourself to these shayateen, they occupy immediately the person. They change their eyes, they change the desire, they change the temperament because the devil is within them. What they eat, what they want of suffering, what they want of blood then changes the demeanour of the person. That's why we said that, watch when Allah sent the Lord of the Rings, these are marketing from heavens, that how that one human became such a dirty and despicable person, that qalam, and started to lose the image of his humanity. Now look at people like that, they don't look like humans anymore, they mark themselves, they look like lizards. They look literally green from a distance, and even they're changing their face to look like the reptilians and lizards and all these races of Allah's creation that are not good and they're not beneficial, and their desires to eat humans. They have no intention of teaching them and coming with kumbaya and giving them guidance and taking them to higher states of enlightenment. They're coming to serve mankind on a dish. You're the meal. There was an Outer Limits show like that when we grew up, that they had come and we're going to be good to you. They had a UFO parked and it was a door and it looked like a restaurant menu to serve mankind, and people were entering in like they're coming into a restaurant. But like the Bugs Bunny cartoon that they're making a big soup and they were cutting the carrots. Yeah, so they have something else planned for humanity. So but Allah is great, so whatever they plan Allah already has a plan for all of that. That's why come to your enlightenment, come to your connection, come to everything. That's why the holy companions inspiring that we're with you. If you love Sayyidina Muhammad then we're with you. The sunnah that you carry, you're carrying our love, and our love is with you because that's the hadith, you be with whom you love. When you love Prophet he's with you. If Prophet is with you, don't you think his holy companions are with you? Because he doesn't travel alone, so they're with you. They're with you in everything that you have and you take and you hold. That's what has to be understood, that when you have the sunnah then you have a holy companion who's with you and what it represents to hold you, to stabilize you, to support you. You're not something left alone. Allah doesn't leave those whom love to be alone and to be eaten by wolves. Allah will send lions to destroy the wolves, inshaAllah.